Hello everyone. Previously we discussed about the currying and the function composition, right? So today we'll be discussing about the event delegation. So what is event delegation? So basically what event delegation does is, so here it allows handling events on parent elements. So it allows handling events on parent elements instead of individual child elements. So again I'm telling it's simple. It allows handling events on parent elements instead of individual child elements. So how does it work? It works by utilizing the event propagation mechanism. Nothing but when I say event propagation mechanism, it is nothing but bubbling. So in simple terms, if someone asks what is event delegation, we can just simply say it allows handling events on parent elements instead of individual child elements, right? So this is the basic definition. So how does it work? So it works by utilizing the event propagation mechanism, nothing but bubbling. So let's try to understand this with a very basic example, basic event delegation example. Also, we'll try adding the new elements dynamically as well. So let's try to understand with the basic examples. First one, let's try with the basic, basic event delegation example. So what I'll do, I have just created one HTML file and JavaScript file, as you can see here. So let me come here. I'll just give here. Let me include the JavaScript file, right? I'll just give src, have consider main.js. So I'll just come here. Let me make use of the div id. Let me give parent here. So I'll just give two buttons here. Let me give just button into two. So let me come here. I'll just name this one. This is just for the reference purpose. I'll just give 1 and I'll just give 2. Let me come here to the main.js file. What I'll do initially, let's get the parent first. Then let's add the event listener to it, or attach the event listener to the parent, right? So let me give here document dot get element by id of id parent right here. So we have given parent here. I'll just copy the same thing. Let me paste it over here. Let's add the event listener or attach the click event listener. So I'll just give here click and let me pass the event here. So I hope this is clear till here. So I'll just make use of the if condition. If event dot target dot, let me make use of the tag name here. So let me give here target dot tag name. If it is equal to button, so let me give this one in caps. So we'll get to see this one correctly. So then let's log. I'll just give, let me make use of the template literals here. Button. I just give event dot target dot here. Let me make use of the text content, right? So I'll just give text content click. So this is it for this. Just let me format this once. Come here. Let me come here. I'll just format this one as well. So I'll just come here and click on open with live server. So let's wait for some time. So here we have got two buttons, right? 1 and 2. Let me click on inspect. Let me open the console here. So here if I click on 1, here you can clearly see button 1 clicked. So we have given here, right? Why we are getting button 1 click? So we have in the log, I have given event dot target dot text content, right? So if when I click on the button 1, it will show button 1 click. So when I click on button 2, it has to show button 2 click. So this is showing button 2 click. So we are getting the proper output, right? So what we are doing here, I'll just try to explain quickly. So here add event listener, this line, we are attaching the click event listener to the parent. You can clearly see we are attaching a click event listener to the parent, this line. So event dot target dot this one tag name. So what this does is basically it identifies if the click element is a button or not. That's why I have made use of the tag name, right? It identifies here if the click button is if the clicked element is button or not, this line. That is the reason I have made use of the tag name. Finally, console log, what we are logging? We are logging the button text when any button inside the parent is clicked. So here text content I have made use of event.target.text content, so that I'll just get to know which button is being clicked. So button 1 or button 2. So I hope this is completely clear. So this is the basic event delegation example. So let's try adding the elements dynamically as well, right? So I'll just quickly comment this one. Let me come here. Let's try adding the new elements dynamically, right? So I'll just give here the HTML will be same. Here parent, I'll just give document dot get element by ID of parent. ID we have considered the parent, right? So I'll just give parent directly. Parent, let's attach the event listener or add the event listener, click event listener. So I'll just give here click, same thing. So here what I'll do, same thing. If this one, I'll just copy the same thing over here. Let me paste it over here. This is fine. Let me remove this one. If it is button, so then we will log the same thing, click. So this one will be same again. Sorry, I'll just copy the entire line instead. Let me remove the comments. So this one will be same. Finally, instead of considering this one from the HTML, let's add by making use of the inner HTML. So I'll just give here parent dot inner HTML, right? So this is not showing inner HTML. So let me type here. Yeah, parent dot inner HTML. Let's set this one. Let me give. We have already considered button 1 and button 2, right? I'll just give here 3. So let me add this one here. So I hope this is clear. So this is it. So I'll just come here. Let's check. So now we have 3 buttons, right? So if I click on one, this is showing button 1 click. So if I click on button 2, this is showing button 2 click. Finally, we have added the new element dynamically, right, in the JavaScript itself by making use of the inner HTML. So if I click on 3 here, now this is showing button 3 click. So I'll quickly explain this one, try to explain what we have done till now. So event listener here, event listener on the parent, this one, parent.event listener. This line basically it handles the dynamically added buttons. So here we are adding only one button, right? Button 3. So basically this adds the handles the dynamically added buttons. This one, inner HTML, this line basically what it is doing is it adds a new button to the parent element. So this is adding the new button to the parent element, nothing but the button 3 here, this one, right? It is adding the new button to the parent element. So finally clicks on the new button, trigger the same handler, right? So this is what it is doing. So this is it for the event delegation, right? So next we will be discussing about the debouncing and throttling. So this is it for now. Thanks for watching, guys.